Spike Lee. Man, I have yet to have an opportunity to talk about this gentleman on my channel. Oh, wait, he was on Anderson Cooper? My goodness, well, come on down. Spike Lee, the image that constantly pops in my head since, I think that was the 2016 Oscars, where he jumped up into Samuel L. Jackson's arms, just, like, my man's been cringy like for a real long time now. I mean, before it was fun when he was just the Knicks fan who rooted for the team. He may do the right thing. School Days, good flicks. Nothing I'm rushing back to go watch, but definitely good flicks. He's made tons of other ones. I remember, what was that, Girl 6? He Hate Me. The one with Denzel Washington, and I think A Train. I'm not sure, but either ways, yeah. Spike Lee has been amongst the Hollywood elite for, the better part of 3 decades now. And he's gotten productions done. By hook or crook, he's gotten production. He did that terrible Old Boy, too. Either ways, he's on Anderson Cooper right now talking about slavery and all that fun stuff in America, and it's a gay, it's a diminutive black man and a gay white man having a conversation about slavery. Let's listen in.
Again, this is important to you.
It's very important to me, because so much, we're not taught this in school.
Right.
We're still dealing with...
Okay, see, we're catching up on this, but what do you mean? I don't know what you think we're not taught in school, but as far as like slavery goes, yeah, it's one of those things that's kind of hard to miss when they've dedicated an entire month to it. And I've actually seen bits of schoolwork where they'll say funny things like, the workers built the White House or something like that. It's like, slaves built that White House. So, I mean, I've seen where, it really does depend on the situation and circumstance, but slavery as a whole is something that is basically taught. It's taught in every classroom in February.
Christopher Columbus and all that other stuff. But 400 years ago today, 1619, August 20th, the first 20 slaves stolen from Mother Africa brought...
Okay, so Mr. Lee, yeah, stolen or sold, because that's the thing, African tribes went to war. If you would like to get rid of a usurper, what's your best bet? Oh man, I could take that guy off your hands. Like, a lot of them were prisoners of wars. Where did they pinch some? Of course, but not. That's the thing. That area, that time is so damn great, and we do not have the mental capacity in which to truly derive the suffrage and the pain of that time. All we can do is appreciate the, the fruit of such terribleness.
Here, and here we are 400 years later.
It's interesting you see, it's not taught. It's also not...
Here we are, 400 years later, when you're sitting across from Anderson Cooper on television, about to start... I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't watched the entire thing. That's the fun part about my videos, is that we go through these together. But I'm pretty sure ready to call Trump all the buzzwords. And it's like, bro, like... what are you doing?
I think fully understood as how crucial it was to the history of America.
Yes.
That this was not sort of just something on the side.
No.
This was one of the things that enabled, the colonies, and then...
Well, I think...
Yeah, it enabled your indoor plumbing, and like all these things that you now have to pay for. They did it for free. The agriculture, this was a joint venture. Okay? I'm sorry to break anybody's heart or spirit, but what we became, what the United States became, what the United States continue to this very moment to be, is a joint venture with tons of people all contributing a little bit by little bit, pain by pain, all these different aspects. Come on, guys.
That most woke historians will say that this country, United States of America, was built upon the genocide of the Native people and slavery. I mean, that's a fact. And I think that if we...
War. Built upon war and cheap labor. Yeah. It's sad. It really is. But 16, 19, rather far time ago. Shoot, FDR was like, yeah, we'll keep. Who was it? There was like, yeah, and we'll have them voting for us for as far as like the Dems go, with the introduction of the welfare state and everything else like that. I mean, this isn't like the things that have happened since are just as tragic. The things that continue to happen to this very moment are just as tragic. But the deal is that instead of going at the things that are happening at this moment and digging back from there, everybody want to go all the way back to slavery, and it's just like, bruh, golly, thank you, ancestors. I appreciate your contributions to the relatively peaceful life that, you know, we in Western society and in America get to enjoy.
If we Americans came to study how this country started, we wouldn't be talking about kick immigrants out, you know, because if it wasn't, I mean,
exactly what about immigrants and slavery is the exact same thing. That's my thing. You know what? If you really feel so much, ancestral temperance to slavery, then by all means go to Libya, free them. I mean, come on, man, like, bruh, like, what are you doing?
Native Americans, people brought here under slavery. I mean, everybody else is immigrants. So I woke up this morning. I went on Instagram. I just felt for my ancestors. I have to let not that I'm the only one saying this, but I think it's a very important date today in American history.
I'm one of the.
I mean, you know what? You're right. It is an important day. Okay, I'll actually concede that. I will be like, okay, yeah, we want to sit there, give it a quick salute, bet, but at the same time, that's within our ranks. Like, I mean, as descendants, that's something that we should do. That's something that should be amongst us. Not saying like, hey, Anderson Hooper, white America needs to understand it. No, white America got their own damn problems. Like, come on, man.
So many haunting, horrible things about this, but one of them is, history does not record the names of these human beings who were brought here.
Here's the thing, though, not to cut you off, is that not everybody made it during the Middle Passage.
Right.
Died in the hulls of ships or just jumped overboard. Yeah. So
it is generations though of people.
You just reminded me of that meme that was like, what was at the end of Black Panther where he goes, throw me in the ships so I can, because my ancestors knew death was better than what's name. But if they fell off the ships, if they jumped off the ships, then are they a part of your lineage because they didn't make it to the new world to procreate? I'm just saying. I mean, that actually makes a ton of sense to me.
Who have essentially whose stories have been wiped out. I mean, they're not in history books, and their name.
Millions of people. I mean, as far as what happened during the course of slavery, it was millions. It was so many different lives that went through those times. And guess what? As you listen to this, hear me out. There will come a time where there's someone who thinks of you for the last time in existence. It's fleeting, guys. Not to say it's not to be enjoyed, not to say life isn't to be embraced and enjoyed to the fullest without question, but it is also fleeting. We are but a flicker in the eye of space and time. That's it. It's that. We're barely a flicker. We're half a flicker. We're a quarter flicker.
If you look at purchase documents for people,
it's names, language, religion, just wiped out. I've looked at purchase documents.
But let me ask you a question, because you see the kind of love that the celebrities catch these days, right? I mean, you got cats that still Michael Jackson, Prince, So, I mean, when Spike Lee go out, there will still be people speaking of, I mean, his works will continue to live on. That's exactly how we are supposed to. And now there's just so much nonsense out here. But that's how initially we were supposed to, you know, parlay and continue on, is through our works, what we leave here, what we've left on this earth, you know? And like when he does go, Spike Lee will definitely be remembered. People will definitely take a moment, like, oh yeah, let's watch Do the Right Thing. You know, let's watch High Learning. Wait a second, that was John Singleton. Well, let's watch him too. All right, cool. Toss him, Baby Boy. I'm just saying.
Documents for enslaved people, and there's no names. It's just like a nickname that somebody gave to these people, and all that's registered really is like height, sex, and age. It's haunting when you see that. How do you think? Obviously, reparations is something which has been talked about a lot among Democrats.
I'm for what that's going to be. I don't know. Like, I'm for college athletes being paid too, but I don't know how
it's going to happen.
How it's going to happen. But I just think that, again,
I can always appreciate a man that who admits that he's out of his wheelhouse. You know, I mean, particularly when it comes to spending other people's money, which. I should be well documented on this channel. I'm not beat for reparations. All I want to do is just change these damn laws in these communities. That's that. Like, why not? Why is that? Why do people act as if that is the thing that can't be touched at all? Whenever I talk of ending the drug war, people look at me like, what? Huh? I mean, bruh, yeah, you right. It ain't do nothing, but, you know, like, it's done nothing but destroy these communities, destroy these families, break our families up, and really just, you think if you could find, you know, Coke in a store, that San Francisco would be looking as terrible as it look? I don't know, but I know the road that we've been down, it's just, it isn't working. It's not working at all. And instead of actually addressing this problem and being like, look, man, the drug war failed. Let's stop it. Let's get into these communities. Let's change these laws. Let's, you know, start to bring in industries to these communities so people can, like, genuinely eat, like, want some real, help them get paid type shit. Make it more change these family court laws, definitely dead the whole child support thing, and actually gear the laws and the regulations towards the nuclear family, and let's stop playing these games. But no. Slavery.
Thank you for having on the show. I just, I don't want to take up your time, but I just thought I called.
We've set time aside for you.
I wanted to talk about that, and then where we are today. I mean, you got to do it every night, so. Every night. And then another.
Ooh, boy, you got to say this, sus. You got to do it as nice. I shows couldn't do that. I'm a dick, I know.
Thing I like to say, respectfully, why are we still asking, is this guy a white supremacist? I mean, like.
To you, that is
it's not even a question anymore.
Y'all hear my silence, right? Really? I told you. I did not watch this. I told you that's where this was going. Oh, why are we even questioning this? I mean, of course. My goodness. I mean, record black unemployment. What's the naming? He memorialized somebody's home. I can't remember whose it was. He gave pardons to people, the First Step Act. Like, honestly, Trump has done quite a few things to show, hey, look, man, it's not about any kind of racial animus or anything like that, but here he is up here just playing like yes sir, you wants me to say that it's the white supremacists, then I tell you, sirs, that's the white supremacies. Like, come on, man, like, yo, stop it, like, fucking stop it, all of you sit there and it's just like, oh, white supremacy, like, stop. Golly, you're not helping. You are not helping.
I mean, the Muslim ban, all Mexicans are rapists, murderers, drug dealers. I mean,
He didn't say that. He didn't say Mexican. He said illegal. He said illegals. And there you go. Just, this is this, like, really, really, how is your brain, like, that's the thing. I heard a theory once that once people get, like, rich and super famous, that whatever year that they got their money was the last year that they were a normal person, and after that, yeah, they've just been off into their own little world. And it's so crazy, man. Like, it's the stuff like this when you're not really, like, people who really don't pay attention to these types of things. It's stuff like this that make me think, like, oh, that MK Ultra stuff, there might be something to that.
Is the what?
Do you think he's going to get reelected?
Can I get on my knees now and pray?
You gonna have to, bruh, cause it ain't looking good on the other side now, is it?
And then, Charlottesville, we have marching, the KKK, the alt-right, neo-Nazis.
All these things that, you know, the media is just like, yeah, this is what these people are. But, like, ever since then, as far as, like, alt-right people, everyone who said, like, that, who everyone in the media said was alt-right or awful and terrible are, like, the people like Tim, like I don't want to say Tim Pool. What's it, Tim Pool? I don't know. I think Styx Hexenhammer. Like I think someone called Steven Crowder alt-right. Like, and it's a label that's been dismissed by every single person that the media has tossed it on, and in listening to content. And, like, you know, if like I've said in several videos, if you sit there and tell me something's racist, I'm gonna check it out because I like to laugh. And I'm just like hearing, okay, yeah, this is that person's opinion. Okay, cool. There's nothing, like, there's no animosity, there's no malice behind it. And if I ever got an opportunity to speak to this person, I do my best to set them right. That's one of the things that I do on this channel quite a bit with the Atheism Unstoppable videos, the Mr. Reagan videos, things like that. People who I have don't particularly have the most intimate relationship as I do with my culture and my people. So just come on, man.
And he can't make a decision between what's right and wrong, what's love and hate. There's both people. I mean,
yeah, just the fact that he said both sides, because guess what? It was because you had half Antifa, half, like, there's no heroes. When you have a situation where there are no heroes, then guess what? You just got to swim in that damn gray area. All right?
That's going to be behind his. I mean, that quote, that's going to be attached to him. He's going to be on the wrong side of history, and that's the first thing they're going to say. That quote.
He going to be on the wrong side of history. Why? Where are you living? Are you living in 2033? No, you're living in 2019 with the rest of us. We're making it out. We're making it the best that we can. And you sitting here crying on CNN to 15 people about about what's the name? About you know, like, oh my goodness, like this, like he's so racist, this, that, and the third. All tossing out all the buzzwords, giving them everything exactly what they want because you yourself. I don't want to disparage the man at all, but he clearly does not do any kind of research or look or pay attention to these types of news stories. And it's just like, dude, come on, man. Like, yo, if you, like, Spike Lee, I got mad love for you, I mad respect for you, brother, but you're wrong.
Because there's now a movement among some Republicans to kind of rewrite the history of what the president said about very fine people.
You know what they need to do? They need to watch Black Klansman again because...
There you go. Pitch that movie, buddy. Go watch. Make sure that they watch Black Klansman. Watch all my movies, because, you know, if you really want a angle of racial, of something that's completely unbiased when it comes to racial situations or anything else like that, you know, it's my movies. You gotta go see my movies. Chirac, I gotta say, man, I hated Chirac. I thought Chirac honestly looked like a minstrel show to me, with Samuel L. Jackson coming on out there and saying his little spiel. Like, come on, man, take it easy there, champ.
In the movie, him and David Duke.
Right. Because the president, when he said very fine people on both sides, he was specifically referencing Friday night in Charlottesville, which is the night of this tiki tour.
Not buying it.
Okay, no. You know what? Like, let's go to Anderson Cooper right here, because the deal is that in his mindset, oh my goodness, because I am of the LGBTQ community, well, you know, and I'm sitting here with a black eye. I mean, our struggle, we basically have the exact same struggle, and we've just been so, you know, saying oppressed, and this is so much gynocentric estrogen. I'm such a victim. My goodness, my life isn't my thing. Personal accountability and people and the choices that people make. No. Yo, it's like that. What is it? What's the day? Today is Black Women Earning Gap Day. Not earning gap, but wage gap day or some nonsense like that. And I'm just like, you make different life choices. It is, on average, you make different life choices. It is what it is. Stop trying to be a victim. And no different right here, except it's two dudes.
Oh, you know what that is? Subterfuge.
But you know what? Maybe I'm just
Shenanigans.
Stupid and naive. But I was shocked to see all these, you know, whatever age they were, people totally fine with.
So yeah, you are kind of stupid, Anderson Cooper. You said it, not me. And the deal is that you don't know those people at all because you make millions upon millions of dollars, and it's as does Spike Lee. You live in completely different worlds than those people, and instead of sitting there and understanding those people, trying to figure out, hey, what's going on with them, what do? You sit here in your ivory freaking tower, and oh my goodness, these people, they're just those people. Oh, what they believe. You don't know what they believe, you jackass. Because you ain't take a moment to figure it out. You just sit there and say, oh, well, they like Trump, so there are all these terrible things. Go fuck them.
Showing their faces, chanting, Jews will not replace us.
Blood and
soil. Carrying, tiki.
And Spartacus Blood and Sand was a thing. So, was that a white supremacist show? I don't know. Rest in peace, Andy Whitfield. You are the true Spartacus.
Churches. I was just...
As David Chappelle will say, MFing tiki torches.
That they're not even...
You gonna pull out Dave Chappelle and not use it, and it's be so terrible, land so flat? Bruh, what are you doing? You can't invoke Dave Chappelle and then not go to some of his classicness. Wow, Spike. Wow. I'm disappointed.
Hiding is... at least the KKK people are too cowards to actually show
their face. Because the guy in the White House gave him the dog whistles,
And what dog whistles have you been giving out through your movies, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Talk about dog whistles and things that only certain people can hear. What do you call your movies? Right or wrong? Right or wrong? I'm sorry, why am I acting as if somebody's going to answer me? I'm just like this. I'm a little worked up because this is just like watching this guy come out here 16, 19 and talk about slavery and and really prop himself up on the struggle that's in my blood. It makes it boil, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do all that. Let's go.
Come on out. So our guys in the White House, so we're good.
Do you feel a difference in America? Do you feel a difference in people's willingness to give voice to things they didn't voice before?
I'm very curious because, like I said, the guy's a millionaire. Bro, your world is not the average American world. It's just not.
Before, they just didn't do that. But now they got the green light.
Happened all the time. Guys, I got punched in the mouth and called the nigga while Obama was in office. It happened. These things have been going on for forever. Stop.
So it's we're good.
Yeah. What should, as people are watching this tonight, it's 400 years, what should people remember or think about? What do you hope people are kind of reflecting on?
I honestly hope that the people that night thought about how they was going to get their kids to be decent human beings, how they could, do the best job that they could at their work so, they could just advance, have a better life, catching a couple of rungs on that economic mobility, on that economic ladder. That's what I want for the people. And he's saying here talking about, what do we want them to think about black people? Think about your family. That's what I want you thinking about. I want you to think about the people that are closest to you. I want you to look in on them. I want you to make sure that they all nice, happy, and healthy and shit like that. And, if everybody's smiling, then we all good, baby.
In terms of the impact of, enslaved people, generations of them who were here, whose names we'll never know.
Because guess what? We do know your name, Spike, and your name will live on for for long after you pass. Congratulations! Not everybody gets written down in the annals of history.
And another great question. I think that people have to really look in their heart, and I truly believe people know what's right and what's wrong.
This emotional plea bullshit. Stop with the emotional pleas. Logic, sense. Stop trying to appeal to people's better human being. Because guess what? As far as I'm concerned, that's what you already are. But your better human being got his own shit to worry about.
You know that. And a lot of these people getting behind this guy.
Getting behind this guy? Because I can't even call him president. Because you know what? He's such a racist and everything else like that. And there's pictures of you sitting there smiling and shaking his hand and kissing his ass, Spike. All of you. And that's the crazy thing about Trump's presidency. It has really shown who the hypocrites are. And you're one of them. Dismiss that. What's going on? And you're one of them, Spike. My goodness.
I mean, a wrong side of history with him. I mean, I don't know how...
He's so choked up. I mean, it's just like all the pain, every lashing that my great grandpappy took. Oh, every lashing is just going through my veins right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, Spike, you piece of shit, bro. I'm sorry. Nothing but love, man. But you're also a piece of shit for this, cause you're just regurgitating nonsense and bullshit, and you have no argument to articulate or stand up on right now. I mean, and CNN only got you on because CNN is failing in and of itself, man. Seriously, honestly, I'd rather replace it with OAN. I would rather replace CNN with OAN at this point, because this is trash, yo. This really is. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. I ain't scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute, I mean, they doing me kind of alright with the Hassan Piker video. Shout out to the new subs from, I guess, that are coming from. I don't know why anybody subs to the channel. I just appreciate that you do. Thank you. Mad love. Nothing but respect. And Speak, let me know, what do you think in the comments? I mean, this is nothing more than a minstrel show right here. Oh, go hops ons and tells the peoples that how's these old tables over there, you know. I mean, like, yo, this is like he's a puppet right now, and that's awful, man. Because I mean, I used to like him. I used to like his work. I used to respect the hell out of him. But it's sad. This is sad. I mean, it always comes back to Batman, doesn't it? You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. I hope I get to become a villain one day. That'd be dope. I try to be the best villain you ever had. What kind of villain would you like to be? This is what the comments are for. All right. And until the next one.
Money.